Konnichiwa, hello and welcome. This is Roy and Ninja 90, and today, because it is May 14th and it has been 11 years since a certain particular movie has been released in theaters, kicking off the Monsterverse. And yeah, 11 years. It's hard to believe it's already been that long. I will be reviewing a very special figure, and that is the NECA 24-inch head-to-tail Godzilla 2014 figure. And yeah, this is a really super cool, really awesome figure, and he is a really big, really hefty boy. And yeah, I'm glad I got him when I did, because yeah, NECA no longer has the Godzilla license, and this one, yeah, went up in some value. So yeah, with that said, let's get things started. And now, here we have the NECA 24-inch head-to-tail Godzilla 2014 figure right before us in all of his, well, oversized action figure glory, but he's still a super cool figure. But yeah, the fact that he's oversized is one of the big appeals to this figure. And also, he's supposed to roar, but my batteries are going dead in mine, and I gotta change them. So yeah, probably gonna do another review after I get those batteries changed at a later date. But anyway, as you can see, this is a well sculpted, well detailed figure, and that, yeah, I have to have my camera further back than what I normally have to review this one, because it's so big. But anyway, I will be going over detail and articulation, starting with the upper body portion of the figure, then working my way down to the lower body portion of the figure, and then getting a more fuller in-depth view of the figure. So with that said, let's get started. And now, starting things off with the upper body portion of the figure. As you can see, this is a well sculpted, well detailed figure, and also due to the sheer size of this figure, you can see all the finer details. You can see all the little scales and folds in his neck. You can see, of course, the gills in his neck as well. So you do have all those finer details. Look at that, really nice. Of course, you have his very bright yellow eyes with those lizard-like pupils. Look at that. Same is true on the other side with his other eye. So yeah, get him turned so we can see. Yep, looking really nice. Let me get him in the front again. And of course, we have the inside of his mouth. His jaw is articulated on a hinge joint, of course, and we can see all those very beautiful bone white teeth of his in there, looking really nice. Of course, we have those finer details on the inside of the mouth, which you can see more vividly now due to the sheer size of the figure. We could see all those little bumps and ridges on his tongue, and those finer details and the veins inside of his mouth. Look at that. Really nice looking, very realistic. And yeah, I'm about to knock everything over in my room trying to review this figure. But anyway, you can see all the details in much larger proportions. But anyway, the head is articulated. We can rotate the head independently from the neck, although it is kind of tight. And I already demonstrated that the jaw is on a hinge, so we can do that. And of course, we do have some good ball joints in the shoulder, so we can bring them out about that much, not too much, and then back in. And of course, we can rotate them all the way around a full 360, like so. And of course, the opposite way. So we can also do that. And of course, we do have a full 360 swivel in the elbows as well. Same is true with the other arm. So we do have that. And of course, we have a single joint hinge in the elbows as well. So we can bend forward and back. Same is true with the other arm. So let me bend that one, as you are witnessing. And also his hands are on ball joints, so we can rock them forward and back, and we can swivel them all the way around a full 360, as you are witnessing. And of course, we do have waist articulation as well. So we do have a ball joint in that waist, so we can sort of lean him forward like so a little bit, although he is really stiff. And you could push him back like so, and we could do a full on 360 rotation, as you are witnessing. Oh boy, he is really stiff, but I am doing it anyway. Whew. Yeah. That worked my muscles, but anyway, yeah, as you can see, we do have some good articulation in the upper body portion of the figure. Like I said, you can see all those finer details, especially in all those chest muscles there, looking really buff and lean, like he's been lifting some weights, looking nice. So yeah, that pretty much concludes it for the upper body portion of the figure, and you can see all of those really cool spiky dorsal spines of his. And yeah, I'll be getting more into that when I get a fuller view of the figure. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for the upper body portion of the figure. So now let's move right on down to the lower body portion of the figure and get a good view of those legs and those hips and those knees and the feet and all that good stuff. So let's get to it. And now, getting started and taking a look at the lower body portion of the figure. As you can see, the thighs and the legs and the feet are well sculpted. As you can see, his toes, the feet on the 2014 are kind of almost like elephant feet, sort of, except for with more longer, sharper, pointier toenails, and they're black. I think they improved upon that design with the 2019, but anyway, they still look good for what they are. Of course, we do have leg articulation. The hips don't really spread out too much at all, but we can rotate the legs a full 360 like so if we choose to. Same is true with the other side. And yeah, ooh, this one's heavy. And of course, we do have a single joint hinge at the knee as well, so we can then kick forward and back. And of course, we also have a swivel in the knee as well. Same is true with the other side, so we can kick forward and back like so, and we can swivel all the way around a full 360 like you are seeing. And of course, we do have ball joint in those feet as well, so we can rotate those feet all the way around a full 360. And same is true with the other side. Yeah, trying not to strain myself, but as you are seeing, it is doable for the most part, at least for the most part. And yeah, I got this foot crooked. All right, now I got it back right, but yeah, we do have good articulation with this figure. It is just very hefty and quite a bit stiff. But anyway, we also have a good articulation in the tail as well. And unlike the regular 6-inch figure, this one actually has a fully segmented tail, so that is good. It also likes to pop off easily as well, but you can pop it on just as easily, so we can move about this far this way. We can curve it about that far the opposite way, and of course we can put it in a really nice S curve if we want to, like so. It's really hard to see like all the different poses I could put the tail in because he's so big and it's hard to get this whole figure on camera. But anyway, you get the point. We got a fully segmented tail comprised of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 11, 12 segments, somewhere around there, I believe. But anyway, yeah, this figure is really nice. And of course, the button right here to make them roar is this little smaller dorsal spine right here, as you are hearing. But yeah, batteries are really weak in mine. It's not even doing a full-on roar, but yeah, you can see if I could find it, get it on camera. Right here, you see those. We can see them, those 2 little slit holes. That is where the speaker is, and this is the button for the roar effect. So, yeah, mine does need new batteries, but anyway, yeah, that pretty much concludes it for articulation and detail with the lower body portion of the figure. So now let's get a fuller, more in-depth look at the figure, shall we? And now getting a fuller, more in-depth look at the figure. As you can see, like I was trying to show you guys earlier, this one has some really nice spiky dorsal spines, looking really nice. Very, I would say, like alligator, crocodile like with the skin tone. And like I was trying to show you guys, this one has a really good fully segmented tail. Now we can get a better look at that tail now that I have the camera further back, so we can get a better look at this figure. Although, like I said, it is very hard to handle from this distance, having the camera this far back, which just happens to be my cell phone. But anyway, that's what I film on. But yeah, as you can see, looking really nice. And let me just go get them for a quick comparison, since I have them right here. And better yet, you know what? Let me grab the Hiya Toys version as well, so we can get a double comparison. First, let me bring in the smaller counterpart, or the actual NECA counterpart, the smaller size Godzilla 2014 figure, the regular 6-inch version. And as you can see, this one has a bendy wire tail, unlike this one. That's why I said the reissue, I feel like just could have been a smaller scale of this one, just without the roar effect. But anyway, yeah, that's how the regular size 2014 looks in comparison to the 24-inch. And now let's swap that out for the Hiya Toys version. Let's see how the Exquisite Basic stacks up now. This one does have a fully segmented tail, but I did tap to super glue these 2 segments together because it kept popping off. But anyway, yeah, and here he is next to the Hiya Toys version of the 2014. Now this one does have a fully segmented tail, like I said. Although the hands do like to pop off quite easily on mine. but I think that's a problem everybody has across the board with that one. But anyway, yeah, that's how he looks next to the Hiya Toys version. Although this one has double jointed elbows and a bicep swivel, and this one doesn't. Also, this one has double jointed knees, and this one doesn't. But yeah, that's how the 2014 Hiya Toys version looks next to the 24-inch head to tail NECA version. Let's get the mouths open so we can get a good look at those. Put that tongue down so we can. And you know what? Better yet, you just get all three of them on screen, making them all roar. So yeah, there we have it. We have well, you know what? Let's size them up. Let's put this one in. Since the you know what, it doesn't matter. So yeah, there you have it. We have the NECA 24-inch head to tail Godzilla 2014. We have the NECA 6-inch regular size Godzilla 2014 figure, and here we have the Hiya Toys exquisite basic Godzilla 2014. And just for the record, just to top things off, give me 1 second and I will be right back. And now I am back after that real quick pause, which is only going to last for like a brief second on screen once I have everything edited anyway. You know I can't conclude this review, especially not on May 16th, without bringing in a Blu-ray DVD combo copy of Godzilla 2014 on DVD, on Blu-ray and DVD here. Yeah, and as you can see, I got both copies inside. Yeah, really cool. Although, like, if you're going to watch this movie, I do recommend watching it on Blu-ray on a flat screen TV or like a plasma screen TV, because I remember when I first got like the DVD copy before I had anything that played Blu-ray. Yeah. Especially when I was watching it on my Xbox 360 on a CRT. Yeah, a lot of the night scenes with Godzilla, the darker scenes, you could barely even see them on the DVD copy. But, well, that's on a CRT. But although I find like the DVD copy looks fine through HDMI through a plasma screen, but the Blu-ray looks leagues better. But anyway, I'm still debating whether or not I should rebuy this on Ultra 4K. But anyway, yeah, that pretty much concludes it for this review, and now I will be getting into my final verdict and giving you guys my final thoughts and opinions, and giving this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability. That is the 24-inch NECA Godzilla 2014 head-to-tail figure, of course, this one. But anyway, let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the NECA 24-inch head-to-tail Godzilla 2014 figure. And yes, since this one is so big, heavy, and bulky, I'm going to have to hold him like a big, lovely, chunky, heavy, cutesy baby. And I'm going to have to give him a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability. Giving him a drum roll, please. One-handed, of course. A very fair but square, well-deserved 5 out of 5 stars. Why? Although this one does have his issues with the tail popping off easily, like so. So let me put the tail back on, and also requiring batteries, as you are seeing. I think this is a well-appreciated figure that, yeah, if you were lucky enough to get your hands on while he was still at official retailers, something to definitely take pride and value in. Because I definitely take pride and value in this one, because he's a cutesy baby boy. Well, not exactly a baby boy, because he's a fearsome beast. Don't get that mistaken. But anyway, yeah, this is a really good figure, and highly appreciated. Would I pay aftermarket prices for this one? Well, totally up to you, but I would go for the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic version for that price. It's practically the same price that I paid for this one when it was still available. I bought this one from Big Bad Toy Store back in the day for about 60 smackers, 60 buckaroos. For those of you that don't know, that's basically in other words, $60. So, yeah, not a bad value for this cutesy tabootsy baby here. Because, yeah, he's really nice and he's, he's an awesome figure. And, yeah, he's really cool too. So, yeah. So if you have this one, definitely appreciate him because, it's unlikely we're ever going to get Godzilla figures from NECA ever again. So that is very unfortunate. But other than that, yeah, he's a highly appreciated, highly valued, well recommended figure if you already have him, or if you want to try to get your hands on him paying aftermarket prices, which, yeah, you're probably going to pay out of the wazoo. But anyway, that's totally up to you, and that pretty much concludes it for this review. And yeah, I'm going to have to put this cutesy to bootsy baby boy back on the shelf in a minute. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have made it this far into the video, your attention span is much appreciated because that helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to help out the channel even more, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have friends interested in the same content, be sure to share this on your social media. And as always, stay safe, take care, God bless, and stay powered up and stay positive, and peace out.